Hello, I'm Angela Bulkways. I am the CEO and founder of Big Regrets. Today, I have with me Val, how do I say
Come
your last name?
on.
Come on, I'm sorry. That's it.
Vagopoulos.
Vagopoulos. Okay, sorry. I just know you as Val V, the famous
Yeah.
Val V.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
so famous.
so Val, please tell us more about what you do.
Oh, well, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I do. I'm basically a serial entrepreneur. Um, I find something that I like, I build a business around it, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But I've got my hands in a few things at the moment.
Tell us about those things, at least
Okay.
one of them.
Okay. So, well, I guess I'll talk about, so I'm starting a podcast called I Am That Bitch podcast because I have no filter. And being off social media for the last 2 years, a lot of people missed my presence and found me quite entertaining. My husband actually calls me mildly entertaining. But so I'm starting that. And then I just relaunched Ladies Who Dine, which is a women's networking event that I had started 7 years ago and put on pause during COVID and a little bit before then.
Fantastic. I've been to Ladies Who Dine, and it's
Yes,
amazing.
you have.
Highly recommend.
Thank you.
So why did you choose this type of business?
Well, in particular, Ladies Who Dine, I started that when I had a business in North Whitby, and I found that women just weren't supportive. They're very catty or jealous or whatever the word. I might trigger people by saying these words, but I'm being me. And I found that they weren't being supportive. So I thought, I need to change this. I'm going to change it for me anyhow, because I just want to see other people successful. So I opened up my doors to my business. It was the olive oil store in Whitby. And I allowed women to come in and set up tables for free in my store on the busiest days. And I said, let's feed off each other. Let's feed off each other's customers and grow our businesses. So that's how that started. And then I thought, well, we should support like the small restaurants, like the small guy just trying to make it. So we would go to different restaurants and support them as well. But eventually we outgrew restaurants, and we got a few complaints that we would fill the restaurants. I don't know that being a problem, but so we took it to an event space now, and that's where we're doing it.
Tell us a little bit more about the event space and Ladies Who Dine.
So I've been doing it at Dish Play, which is our very own, Durham's very own celebrity chef, Andrea Nicholson, who owns Butchie's, another powerhouse woman. She created this event space. It's beautiful. It's open. It's modern, very different from what you would find in when you think of event space. Very industrial looking, I guess. You've been there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I partnered up with some other people for decor and stuff like that. And yeah, so that's going to be the home base to Ladies Who Dine, with Andrea cooking an amazing meal for us all the time. And we'll just grow from there.
It was outstanding. I went to your first Ladies Who Dine, and I'm looking forward to many more. It was an amazing event.
It was
good energy, really good energy in that room.
Yeah, I came home and my husband just looked at me and he's like, it's like you're high. And I'm like, I think I am, just on the energy. Like I couldn't sleep that night. It was, I think, going through COVID and having a lot of people having so much anger and frustration due to lockdowns and stuff like that, to walk into something full of love and encouragement and support, and smiles and hugging people again. And it was just, I still feel the high. It's still freaking amazing.
There was like 50 women or something too, wasn't there?
Yeah, we had 50 women at that one too. And we capped it at 50. There was a waiting list. We capped it at 50. But wow. Yeah, this one coming up in March, we're a little bit less. I wasn't thinking March break. I don't have kids, so I don't think March break.
Yes.
But we're just over 30 women at this one.
Yeah, but there's still time to register if people want to go, right?
There is till
Awesome.
Saturday.
Saturday. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me about a major milestone or achievement in your career.
Wow. I don't know. I think just in general, like everything that I've started, all the different businesses that I've started, each one was a different milestone. Um, and I was able to do that because I have a really supportive husband, right? And I come up with all these ideas and he just lets me run with stuff, right? But I think creating successful businesses, supporting people in the community, and giving back, and then having a great marriage. I think all of that pulled together is probably my biggest milestone that I've accomplished.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
So what inspires you to do what you do?
I think I just like helping people. I've always been, so I'm a first generation Canadian. My parents immigrated from Greece 57 years ago. Even within my family, we were always the underdogs. We were always the poor ones. We were always the ones that were struggling. In the first recession that we experienced in 88, 89, we had no money for food, where my mom's friends were leaving food at our front porch, ringing the doorbell and running. You know, a lot of people think that I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth. That was not the case. Like, I've had to hustle for everything that I have. So I think being broke, and I mean dirt broke, inspired me. I had to, as a child, work at my dad's restaurant after school. I'd jump on, great thing. I remember I was grade 6, jumping on TTC by myself, going from East York to downtown Toronto on Queen Street by myself on the bus to go waitress as a grade 6 student, because that's what immigrant parents had to do. And I think that's where I got my itch for entrepreneurship. I knew that I couldn't work for other people. I had to do things myself. So being that broke and creating a life and manifesting what my life is today, that's what inspired me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Could you tell me a little bit more about your podcast, please? Has it officially launched?
No, I've had, the very thing that I preach is don't let people get into your head. And I let people get into my head. And so there's been some delays. Currently, I'm having technical difficulties. So my nephew's coming up on Friday, and we're going to sort that all out. So I'll start recording next week, hopefully. But the podcast was started, like I said, I was off social media. I do a lot of trade shows, and my nephew, actually, he's the one that inspired me to do it. He's like, everywhere we go, people just wait to talk to you. And we also have a CBD company, and my nephew can tell you anything about cannabis you want to know, but they won't talk to him because they want to talk to me. And he's like, no, you need to do something. You need to. And they think I'm comical, and a lot of people think I should be a comedian. I'm just me. The shit just comes out of my mouth like that.
You're that bitch.
Yeah, I am that bitch that just says stuff. So I thought, I'm going to do that. And with everybody reaching out to me saying, we miss you online, I say the things that people think. I'm not afraid of confrontation. So, but I think what I want to take this is about women in business, but also about the current culture, about how we can't speak freely and have an opinion. And if somebody has a different opinion of you want to cancel them. No, let's have discussions. Tell me why you feel the way you feel. Educate me. Maybe there's something I don't know, and maybe you could open my eyes to something new, or vice versa. So that's the whole point of the podcast, because I'm tired of this whole cancel culture and different opinions, left, right, red, blue crap. It's just, let's just be humans and be kind to one another.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Shit, and there's a lot of swearing. So
hey, best people in the world swear. And they're also rated the most intelligent. Did you know that?
So
I
I've
read a whole
heard.
article about that recently because my husband shared it with me and he's like, you should look at this.
Yeah. I think we have the same vocabulary, you and I, but we tend to swear a lot. Yes. I don't know. I think I'm pretty smart. I'm more street smarts than school smarts, that's for sure.
You are. There's the reason why I asked to do this interview with you because I admire you and I think you're an amazing role model for so many people.
Thank
So,
you.
so with that, I have my last question for you. What is one piece of advice that you would want to give other women in business? There's
You
probably more
do.
than one piece.
There's more. There's more. There's so much. But like I said,
Take away.
don't let people get into your head.
Mhm.
Even family. Like when I started, can I use an example real quick?
Mhm.
When I opened up the olive oil store in Whitby, my cousin's husband said, "You're going to lose your fucking shirt. I don't understand what you're doing like this." I said, "Just wait till I open it and you'll see the concept. You're stupid." He called me stupid. I'm a failure. I'm never like, this is just, you're just wasting your money. And then when he opened and came on the opening day and saw how busy I was, he was like, okay, I get it. So don't let those naysayers get into your head. So, and I always tell people, be that friend that supports someone. Don't ever ask for a discount. Friends don't ask for discounts. Friends will support you no matter what. And don't let them get in. I'm repeating myself. Don't let them get into your head. Concentrate on your path and your dream and you do it. If you fail, so what? Pick up your shit and move on. It's a lesson learned. I've been burned. I've been ripped off. Mm-hmm. And one just recently, I think you know about this situation, but I recently got burned and it was from a very good friend of mine. And it took me a long time to get over it. But then I realized because she did what she did to me, it opened up a life that you could never imagine. She actually gave me the life that I was fighting to have. So by her doing that, she thought she would burn me, but she just made me stronger. So I would actually thank her today for doing it. If I were to ever see her in the street, she'd probably be afraid of me, but I would literally go up to her and thank her for walking away and doing what she did, because she gave me the life that I always dreamed about as an entrepreneur.
That's amazing. And that speaks volumes to your character and who you are.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this today.
Thanks, Angela.
It was my pleasure.
My pleasure is all mine with you.
Thank you.